Hey everyone, what's going on? So, I was just doing a bit of charting yesterday and I found something interesting in Ethereum. So, it seems like whenever we reach a new all time high in Ethereum, it tends to break out of the previous all time high like this, but then it always pulls back into the support line, which was the previous all time high. So, it did this twice already, and I think that's something we're going to be doing pretty soon. So pretty much this was 2017 and it was consolidating between June and November. So during this time, a bunch of nothing, nothing, nothing. Bitcoin was doing really well and it finally broke out and everyone probably got in thinking like it's going to meme like what it did earlier. Because, back then this was like an altcoin. So people were really excited. People was getting in, but what happened was that it paused and it didn't really do much for a couple weeks, for a couple weeks. And so I think that's something similar. That's like a pattern that emerges in Ethereum. So this is the previous all-time high, $1,400. And when we go back to January of this year, January 2021, you can see that we had a nice run up, and we were consolidating. And once we finally broke out, everyone was really excited. Like, look, we went from $1,400 to almost $2,000. That's like a lot of money. But then it pulls back into, guess what? The previous all-time high at $1,400, right? Previous all-time high being this. So it tends to do that. And it usually stays there. So last time, what I just showed you was there for maybe like 3 weeks. But in this case, it was in this zone. I'll try to show that better. It was in that zone for a good part of between February and April, so about 2 months. So, and the only thing that managed to get it up is when seems to be like it takes time. Ethereum seems to go up in bursts. So just with these two data points that we have here, let's bring it back to our current situation, and it seems like we've been doing something similar. We've been consolidating since May, doing a whole bunch of nothing pretty much, and now we're about to break out into all-time highs. And so people are putting on long calls position on, they're leveraging up on Ethereum options or whatever, trying to get the upside. But just looking on history, it does seem like we could probably get some big move up, but I completely expect us to pull back into this previous all-time high of around like $4,400 approximately. And I totally expect us to like kind of consolidate there for a little bit. Not saying Ethereum is just going to start tanking, but I'm just saying like it'll do something like this where it consolidates within a specified range for a couple like months, I guess. And remember, if you watch my videos that I've shown that like literally every single Q4, which is basically between October through December, every single year that happened, every single year Ethereum lost value against Bitcoin. So what that basically means, like, Ethereum could go up 10%, but Bitcoin could go up 30%. So in relative terms, Ethereum lost value compared to Bitcoin. And that seems to be a thing that happens. Literally, we checked every single Q4 since Ethereum started. So like if we connect those two things together, and we're like really speculating at this point, it just seems like Ethereum will probably break out, right? But it'll probably trade in this range and do a whole bunch of nothing for the next, what is right now, October 25th. So maybe for the next 2 months till December. But as we've seen time and time again, once the consolidation phase is over, I do believe that it'll shoot up like it did here, right? It went from like $1,800 to $4,000. Over here, after its consolidation period was over, it went from $461 to $1,300. So I believe something similar to that's going to happen, and I'm looking forward to it. But for now, just based on the technicals or just basic supply, basic like charting, seems like we're just going to be consolidating. And also, if you combine Ethereum's tendency to underperform during Q4, it seems like both. It's almost if like two different people are doing like two different work. Two, like, they're doing their own independent work, but they came up with the same answer. And that's how I feel like with Ethereum's price action, and also Ethereum's relative value to Bitcoin, which in actuality is this ETH Bitcoin. So this is what I saw today on, not yet today, but yesterday when I was doing some charting, and I just thought that it'd be really cool to share some of that information with you guys. So if you guys like what I told you today, please like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.